Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome back, my sisters and bros. We are back for another tutorial. I know it's been a good little minute, but I'm back. And today will be making a glass clock using sublimation. The materials you would need for this project is a sublimation glass clock, heat press, sublimation paper, sublimation ink, and of course a sublimation printer. The printer I will be using for this project is the Workforce 7310. I will also be using Silhouette Studios Business Edition. You can do this with the free edition, but I am using the business edition, and some of these, everything may not be available for you with the basic edition. So first things first, we are going to grab our ellipse tool, and we're going to hold down shift so we get a perfect circle and make it any size. We're going to change the sizing ourselves, and the size we need is 9 by width, and the height will automatically change itself. Let's change our paper size to letter 8.5 by 11. So actually I don't think this is 9 because it doesn't fit. I believe it was 7.5. Yes, I believe the size is 7.5. Okay, now that we have our ellipse tool, the first way we are going to do this, if you have the basic edition, which is the free version, if you have the free version of Silhouette Studios, this is what you want to do. You want to go to File, Merge, look for your image that you will be using. The image that I am using is this one, and I'm going to say OK, or you can find it and drag it and place it. Either way, I'm going to zoom out a little. I'm going to send my photo to the back. Now that it's to the back, I'm going to resize it to where I have most of my image inside of the circle. The circle, you can see the circle is here in red. I'm going to resize it to where my whole circle is filled with the photo. I'm now going to select my photo, hold down shift, and select my circle. That is one way you can do it. Or you can you can right click and drag to select both photos. Either way is fine. You then, once both are selected, that is your photo and your circle. Once they both are selected, you then want to go to your modify panel. If you don't know what the modify panel is, it's the square and circle conjoined together. Once you are in your modify panel, you then want to go to crop, and that's it. Now you can you can change the position of your photo if you like by going to your fill panel, go to your patterns, and go to the pan pattern. Select your photo first, pan pattern, and move your photo over to where you like it. I like it more so in the middle. Then I'm going to scale it so this part, let's move up some, so this isn't the edge of it isn't showing. So I'm going to scale it until I no longer, wrong way. I'm going to scale it this way, and now that's perfect to my liking. Now I should have duped that circle, but Now we're going to do it if you have business edition. If you have business edition, you're going to do the same thing. Grab your ellipse tool, hold down shift to make a perfect circle, any size that is. We then are going to change our width to 7.5, and our height will automatically change. We're going to make sure it's centered to our to our paper. Now we're going to go back to our fill panel, back to our patterns, and for us, if you have the business edition, all you have to do is select your photo, and it's going to automatically fill your circle in. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pan our pattern to where our photo is in the middle. We are then going to scale it. I think we could move that over just a little bit more to where it's in the middle. And now that's it. If you have the business edition and want to know how to get your photos in the pattern, all you do is you go to library. You may already be on user designs. You want to go to patterns, and you're going to drag and drop your photos in the pattern slot, and that's it. Now this is ready to be printed. We're going to go to File, Print. You're going to select the printer that you have for sublimation. You're going to click on that. You're going to do your settings. Because this is glass, you do not want to mirror your image. You do not want to mirror your image. So because my settings are what they are already, I'm going to go to print settings, and I'm going to turn off mirror image because we do not want to mirror it. And then once all your settings are done, you're going to print. I don't need a print because I already printed it out, so I'm going to cancel, and that's it. I'll be back once I have my setup ready for assembling the glass. Okay, I have lost the footage of it printing out. No biggie. So what you want to do now is just cut out your circle. Cut out your picture. Remember, we did not mirror this image. It should not be mirrored because it's glass, so it's going to reflect right through. So right here, I'm just doing my sizing, making sure everything is good before I tape down. Now that I have my image taped down to the frame, I am now just checking my picture to make sure that that hole that's in the center of the glass isn't near anyone's face, so their face not have a hole through it. Once I see that my position is good, now that our heat press is warmed up for 380 degrees for 200 seconds, you may notice that I have my heat press on light pressure and the clamp is closed all the way down. Once I closed it and walked away, I started noticing that I hear a cracking noise, like the glass is going to crack. Once I noticed that, I was kind of nervous. I thought when I lifted that the glass was going to be cracked. It wasn't cracked. So what I did was, instead of closing the clamp all the way down, I just stood there and I held it closed. So this part is very important, or your glass will crack. Your glass will crack. So you do not want to close the clamp. At least that's what was happening for me. I started hearing the cracking noise, but I saved it in time. So it's best for you to just close it shut. If you close it shut, you will be fine. There will be enough pressure. I'll be back once this is done. Now that it is off the heat press, we're going to transfer it over. We're going to transfer it over to my workspace so we can get the final results. This is how it looks. It's one more step and then we'll be done. So I'll be back once I'm ready to show you how to put the mechanism together. Okay, now it's time to put the mechanism together. What you want to do is take the black box. I don't know the correct name of none of these pieces, but you're going to take the black box where your battery goes and put it to the back of your glass. Then you're going to take this small gold piece Now I'm going to take the small gold piece and screw it in. Don't do it too tight, because you're going to start screwing it in from the back with the box, the black box. See, you're going to start screwing it in with the black box to tighten it up. Don't worry about trying to get it. You want to get it as straight as you can, but you also want it to be tight, so not too loose. Now that that piece is on, we are going to start with our hand first, the short hand. And you're going to just push down. You're just going to push down on it, and it should go down. And it'll go down with no problem. You have to use a little force. It will not break. Use a little force to get it on. Then we're going to do our long hand. You're going to do the same exact thing. Sorry if I'm starting to talk a little fast. My baby just woke up. Try to do this while he was asleep. And you're just going to push that piece down in also. I'm just checking it to make sure it's in. Again, want to use a little force. You would not break it. Now when you put the second when you put the little ticker thing on, it's a little hole that you would see. I'm sorry I didn't do a good job of zooming in, but it'll be like a little small hole. You can just push that in and it'll go right in, will not break at all. And now you're just putting the stand in. You put it through the hole and screw the piece in, and that's it. Something I forgot to mention with the materials, you will need one AA battery. And once you have your battery in, there's a turning piece on the back of the black box for you to set the time to the correct time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new in this video. Until our next one, X and O's, my sister and bros. See y'all in the next video. Bye.